मंगल कर है, मंगल सुंदर जय श्री गणेश, सुंदर जय श्री गणेश. Let us all clap together, friends. Jai Ho! पशुपति तनया बाल गजानन, तुम हो विघ्न विनाशा गणेश, तुम हो विघ्न विनाशा. हे शिवनंदन पाहि गजानन, हे शिवनंदन पाहि गजानन, विद्या बुद्धि प्रदाता, मंगल कर है, मंगल कर है, मंगल कर है, मंगल कर है. सुंदर जय श्री गणेश, सुंदर जय श्री गणेश. और मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे, 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 मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया. Everyone together. मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे, 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 हे मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे, हे मोरिया रे, मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे, मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे, साईगा प साईगा प साईगा प साईगा प दा 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 सा दा 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 दा. पशुपति तनया बाल गजानन, As we close our eyes, friends, let us try to internalize the devotion, the rituals, the mantras, and of our own presence before Bhagavan Krishna, Shri Ganesh Ji. And as we close our eyes, let us feel that charge of energy. Let us feel reinstored with our energy, reinforced with the presence of goodness, revitalized, rejuvenated. My dear friends, I always believe Mandir is like a gas station where you come to fuel your spirit, your Atma, where you come to refuel your mind with positive energy. A mandir is a place. Mandir, dir comes from the word dwar. It is a door to enter. Not only the physical mandir, but to enter a realm of divinity. And many of us, we don't understand. When we come in the company of holy men, when we come in the company of the gods and goddesses, and we come in the company of good vibration, it reactivates our connection to the divine. Prabhu, please bless us, O Lord. Sometimes in life, we lose our way, we lose the mind, we lose our emotions for you, Prabhu. Sometimes that all that is happening around us, we cannot help but lose focus on the Atma. We cannot help sometimes, O Lord, to lose our love for you. But today in this binti, in this request, we request from you, Prabhuji. Hey Ganeshji Maharaj, please remove all our obstacles so we can concentrate onto you, your lotus feet. We can come closer to you. Upadesh. Upa means close. We have come close to you this morning, Prabhu. Please assist us in our journey towards our goal, our real goal, which is Brahman, to that divine, real substratum, that infinite divine realm. We love you, Lord Ganesh. We ask you to please help us, help this country. May we all love each other, unite with each other, support each other, and of course, my dear friends, never forget your connection with Lord Ganesh. Om Gam Ganeshaya Namo Namaha. Gam Gam Ganapate Namo Namaha. Viganeshwaraya Namo Namaha. Pashupati Nathaya Gavadasa Resada Paga Gasare Gasa. Om Gam Ganapate Namah. Om Gam Ganapate Namo Namah. Om Gam Ganapate Namo Namaha. Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunayama Devaha. Bhadram Paschimakshviryatraha. Sthirairangai Sushtuvagam Sastanobhi. Vyashevadeva hitam yadayuhu. Om Sahana Vavadu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahavidyam Karavavahe. Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai. Jai Shri Ganesh, everyone. If you can turn to the back of you and tell the person Jai Ganesha, you know. When we come to a forum, we break all barriers. There is no any sort of high, low, caste, nothing like that. When we come here, we come as a devotee, as a bhakta, with bhakti, to pray to our Bhagavan, Lord Ganeshji. As we all are familiarized, Panditji would have mentioned to you, and we all know, it is a time, in India, it is one of the most prominent, one of the most active festival, especially in Maharashtra, in Mumbai, where Lord Ganapati is honored so much in Mumbai. I always say if you want to worship the Vaishnavites, they'll honor Lord Vishnu, South India. If you want to honor Lord Rama, North India, in Ayodhya. If you want to honor Lord Krishna, Vrindavan, Mathura. But Ganeshji is in Maharashtra. He is that God of Maharashtra. A matter of fact, Amitabh Bachchan, he walks to the Siddhi Vinayak Mandir every morning at 5 o'clock. he makes it his journey to go to Siddhi Vinayak Mandir. Siddhi Vinayak Mandir, that murti was not made by any human being. It was it connected from the earth and it came into a perfect form of Lord Ganapati. That's the place where Lord Vishnu went to pray for the survival of the world when it was in chaos. It is a place where in Mahabharata, before the Pandavas went in the war, Siddhi Vinayak was the spot the Pandavas, they went. If you happen to visit Mumbai, please go to Siddhi Vinayak Mandir. You cannot go to India and not go to Siddhi Vinayak Mandir. You cannot come to Orlando and not visit Disney World. All right? These places are really amazing, amazing places, Ganesh ji. My dear friends, this morning, a very light morning, and because of Sri Krishna Mandir, I like to connect a verse, and I would like to connect this verse to the topic of Lord Ganesh ji. Because Bhagavad Gita is like a mall. Anything you're looking for in that mall, you can find it in Bhagavad Gita. I would like to first begin with, sometimes our conditions in life, as how I began, we tend to stray from our devotion, we tend to stray from our path, and not always it may be our fault. Sometimes people affiliated, sometimes situations, sometimes issues that we have no control over cause us to divert, cause the mind to be in turmoil. And so Ganesh ji is telling us how I'm going to connect this verse in chapter 2, verse 67. It is, my dear friends, a beautiful verse. You can always look, you could take a note, and I'm sure sometimes there are screens that Panditji, when he has his service, you can show these verses. It's nice to have that app. And probably the day that Panditji is looking at the verse, you always have it there. So it's a nice verse. It's in Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, verse 67. And how does this verse connect to Lord Ganesh Utsav? My dear friends, Utsav means, come from the word uplift. Utsav means a festival, but not a festival like Christmas or Carnival. It is a festival for enlightenment. It is a festival to uplift your spirit. It is a moment, it is a time that allows you 11 to 12 days for mananam, for reflection. Who am I? Where am I? What am I doing in this timeline of this earth? What is my purpose on earth? And this verse, Bhagavan Krishna ji appeals. He says to Arjuna, please do not forget your goal. And what can take you away from this goal? Chapter 2, verse 67, Bhagavan Krishna says, and then I'll connect it to our Bhagavan Ganesh ji, what Ganesh ji really symbolizes and how he can pull you back in the path of spirituality. He represents divine consciousness, Lord Ganesh ji. And of course, firstly, in this Bhagavad Gita verse, please enjoy this verse, my dear friends. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama Tinta. Shri Krishna Sharanam Saragavana. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Indriyanam hi charitam yanmano anichadhipati tadasya harate pranyam vayurneva vibhampasi indriyanam hi charitam yanmana anuvidhiyate Tadasya harati prajnanam vayurnavam vamsasi Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama 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 Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Can you chant this beautiful upper line? Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. There's a difference between Bhagavad and Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is when the Lord speaks Bhagavad. But Bhagavatam is when the devotee speaks about the Lord. That's the difference. So Bhagavad Gita, and not Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad means when Shri Krishna speaks. But Bhagavat, in the longer term, is when the devotee speaks about the Lord. So here Shri Krishna ji is speaking in chapter 2. And he gives now the introduction to what is our purpose on earth. Now if I'm to ask you, what is your purpose on earth? What would you say? Huh?
Do good things.
Huh?
Do good things.
To do good things. Right? Anybody else? What is your purpose? Do good things. Anybody? What is your purpose in life here on earth? Some may say, Panditji, to have children, to have a good job. And all these things are very, very important. But at the final analysis, we're here on earth to know how not to come back on earth. The words of Shankaracharya. He says we appear on earth to learn and to know how not to come back on this earth. Earth is a nice place. I have no problem with earth. Look at how beautiful we look. Look at the connection with us and the Lord. But the master mind always thinks, I'm here on earth to learn how to come out from this Maya really. And we are here to learn how to live with the Maya, in the Maya, and to come out from the Maya. My dear friends, Shri Krishna says, you see the Indriyas, Indriyanam hi charatam yanmanaha. This Indriya means the senses. This Yanmanaha, this mind can be easily confused by the situations, the sorrows that comes to you, the setbacks, the disappointments that come to you. Lord Krishna knew what he was saying. He says here, this mind is like this navam. Navam means in Sanskrit a boat that has no anchor. And when the boat does not have that anchor, the vayur, this wind, this storm, the tufan means the storm, can take this boat helter-skelter. Vambasi means in this water. Vambasi means in this turbulent ocean, that boat can be lost. Bhagavan Krishna says, do not allow the vayur, the wind, the storm to carry away your boat in the water, in the ocean of life. Make sure your senses do not take you for a ride. Right? Make sure your senses do not take you for a ride. Make sure you have control over your senses. Only when you have vivek, discretion, then you will be able to pull back and come back to your essential nature, which is Brahman. Bolo Shri Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai. Saying this much in chapter 2, Bhagavan Krishna Ji says, don't be lost in this world because you need to be pulled back. You know, when we were smaller, right? We used to have something called a yo-yo.
Yes.
Yeah? That yo-yo used to be such a fun thing, especially for us who didn't have real toys. Children today do not know what is a yo-yo because everything for them is digital. They have digital yo-yo. But yo-yo is a thing that you used to send it out and it comes back to you. Right? Nothing is wrong for your mind to be in the world, but at the end of the day, always pull back to your essential self. Always end your day with love and prayer and pull back. Bhagavan, if I was depressed, I was sad, I'm pulling back. Allow me to pull back so I can sleep better tonight. I can have resolutions. I will be able to have closure. Do not go to sleep without having closure of your actions that you have done during the day. Forgive. Give closure before you go to sleep. Never go to sleep with your anger. Bhagavan says, pull back, O Arjuna. Pull back those senses to your Atma. Have control. This wind, this tufan, this storm of desires, your senses can just go out there and stay and not come back. Now if you look at Lord Ganesh ji, you will see a few objects, right? What do you see in the hands of Lord Ganesh? Of course, the first thing that comes to your mind is a laddu. And by the way, for many people, I made those mistakes also in the past. The word is not laddu. The word is laddu. Laddu means, all right? So that laddu is that punya, that karma pala, that fruit that we get when we become stable. In one of the hands, Lord Ganesh ji has an axe. He is willing to cut away your attachment. But what is strange in India, what fascinated me in India is a rope that Ganesh ji has. Now, what is he doing with a rope? Probably he's telling us to have hope. But the rope means he is ready to rope you in like the yo-yo. He is ready to pull you in. He is ready to, when you go out there and you forget who you are, he ropes you in, my dear friends. He ropes you in back to your Buddhi Pradayaka. He ropes you in, my friends. And the axe is to cut away all the negativities and pull you back to your essential nature. Bolo Shri Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai. And I was very confused when I was much younger. Why is he holding a rope? But then when I look at the verse of Bhagavad Gita last night, I said there's a reason. He wants us to come back. Come back. You know, Panditji, when you go for a vacation, and you travel a lot as well, when you go to a vacation, you're excited to go, right? Well, most of us, especially the children. Now, don't talk about Disney World. Right? Disney World could have you in a dizzy world. But when you go for a vacation, after a couple days, you want to come back home. Because your home is your comfort. This world is like a vacation. And the Atma knows that I want to go home to my real home, which is moksha. Once this moha, this illusion gets faded, this self, the Atma wants to go back home. That's the reason, my friends, always touch base to your home. That's your nucleus. That's your base, your Atma. Your Atma is your base. And always pull back. Bhagwan Ganesh ji pulls us back to our Buddhi. Bolo Shri Ganesh Bhagwan ki. And today, my dear friends, we praise God Ganesh ji and we ask him for his blessings now and for always. Ganesh Utsav is one of the greatest festivals in India. And if you go to Mumbai during this time, there are at least 10,000 people every day that goes through the Lord Ganesh ji's murti, especially Siddhi Vinayak. You know, so Vinayaka, Vinayaka, Vishwadhara Vinayaka. Oh, universal, oh Lord, please bless us now and always. Let us chant together, everyone. Vinayaka, 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 Vishwadhara Vinayaka, Vishwadhara Vinayaka, O Vishwadhara Vinayaka, Siddhi Vinayak Bhava Bhayanasha, Siddhi Vinayak Bhava Bhayanasha, Siddhi Vinayak Bhava Bhayanasha, Siddhi Vinayak Bhava Bhayanasha, Suran Muni Vandit Shri Ganesha, Vishwadhara Vinayaka. Vishwadhara Vinayaka. Let us all clap together. Vinayaka, Vinayaka. Vinayaka, 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 Vinayaka. Vinayaka, Vinayaka. Siddhidayaka Vinayaka. सिद्धि विनायक भव भयनाशा
सिद्धिविनायक भवभयनाशा
सुर मुनि वंदित विश्वधारा सुर मुनि वंदित
विश्वधारा
विश्वाधारा विनायका विश्वाधारा विनायका विश्वाधारा विनायका
विश्वधारा विनायका
विनायका विनायका बोलो गणेश भगवान की जय. Probably one of the most important attribute of Lord Ganesh is the fact that he has the elephant head. And we all know the elephant is one of the most wisest and brave creatures on earth. And only yesterday in the radio station, it just came to me that, you know, you have the elephant and you have the mouse. The mouse is his vahan, his vehicle. All the deities have their own vehicle. Lord Shiva has the Nandi, the bull. He has the mouse. But have you ever analyzed critically, the mouse is an enemy to the elephant? If a huge elephant comes here and that thing see a mouse in the house, that elephant is going to just run away. Even though the mouse is so small, the elephant is so big, the elephant runs away. You know what's the implication here? The implication is the small things can just be enough for the big things to be crumbled in your life. You work years for something. It takes one small action to destroy all the big things you have worked for. You know? And that's the mouse, my dear friends, became, of course, the vehicle. And they're friends. They're very close together. Probably sometimes we need to make our enemies our friends. So we'll know what they're thinking about. This mouse is very destructive. You know when a mouse comes out in the night? Have you ever seen a mouse in your house? Right? That thing can be very destructive. The mouse comes out in the night, but the elephant comes out in the day. One symbolizes arrogance, ignorance, and the elephant represents wisdom, the pairs of opposite. But yet, Ganesh Ji is closely affiliated with the mouse, telling us, look at the bigger picture. When you have, you know, a wisdom, sampati, data, you know, there's a verse in Ramayana, you know, Kumati, Sumati. Kumati means arrogance, that mouse. But Sumati means, I know we have Auntie Sumati here as well, you know. So Sumati means wisdom. And that's the verse from Ramayana that tells us the pairs of opposite. And how many of us we are living in arrogance? Not here today, but we live because we quarrel every day. We don't change. Panditji speaks every Sunday. It comes in here and it should stay here. No? How much pujas you have gone in your lifetime? I'm just using you as a reference, but not physically you. I'm just using that. Have you changed? Or are you the same? Let me use first person. Have I changed? Am I the same person? Or am I still, when I go back home, I'm worried about everything? And I have lost my peace of mind? Have I learned anything from the discourse? Or am I just here because Pandit Mulila just came, you know? No. You're here because you want to change. You're here because you have faith that something good is going to happen to you. You have faith that Bhagavan is going to support you in your education. You have faith that probably today is my day for transformation. Today is my day to probably look at life differently. Today is my day. I'm going to feel a bit different, to change something in my life. Bhagavan, I quarrel with everybody today. Today I'm going to maunam. Just listen to everybody. Bhagavan, I have custom eating 9 times a day. You know, Prabhu, I'll just eat 1 time a day. You know, I have custom, you know, speaking in the phone and being in the iPhone for at least 4 hours a day. And the phone will tell you in the week how much hours you spend, right? How much time you spend in Mananam, reflecting who you are. Have that change came? My friends, this is the questions that we are asking. Bhagwan is telling us, pull back to your real self. Pull back to your essential self. And that's the reason why he represents Buddhi Vinayak, Buddhi Pradata. Please give me that intelligence today. Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. You know, look, I'm sure you're going to agree with me. With people long time ago, and still they had common sense. They prayed to Ganesh ji and they had common sense. Of course, you have to pray, children, and work hard and become where you are, you know. But common sense is the greatest sense. Bhagwan Ganapati is the God that gives us that buddhi, that siddhi, enlightenment in the world, and siddhi, enlightenment after this world. The buddhi is to give you a knowledge of the world, but siddhi gives you the enlightenment how to come out from the world. Can you just repeat what I said? Everybody will repeat what I just said. Buddhi is to give you a job in this world, to put you in a place in this world, but siddhi gives you the enlightenment how to come out from this world and get that siddhi, which is equal to moksha. That's the difference between siddhi and buddhi. There are two very important aspects. One is for the earth, buddhi, but siddhi is what you get for your free GPS when you have to leave this world. That is called siddhi, siddhi buddhi. My friends, we chant the name of Sri Ganesh ji. Can you clap with me and enjoy and look at Murti of Sri Ganesh ji? Siddhi Vinayaka, Gaudi Lal, the son of Gaudi, Shankar. O Ganapati, O Ganapati, O Ganapati Gaura ji ke lal, E Ganapati Gaura ji ke lal, E Ganapati Gaura ji ke lal, E Ganapati Gaura ji ke lal. Can you sing with me? O Ganapati Gaura ji. हे गणपति गौरा जी के लाल, हे गणपति गौरा जी के लाल. हे गणपति गौरा जी के लाल, हे गणपति गौरा जी के लाल. जय हो. हे गणपति, हे गणपति, हे गणपति गौरा जी के लाल, 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 हे गणपति गौरा जी के लाल. Let us put our hands together, clasp our hands. Look at Ganesh ji, my dear friends. And you know, at this point, what I would like is like you internalize the worship and feel the presence of Ganesh ji's darshan. And as you close your eyes, everyone, feel that he has walked into this beautiful mandir. And he is touching your head, he is touching your heart, he is touching your life. O Ganapati, the master of the Ganas, you are the Lord of intelligence. Please give me that buddhi, that siddhi, so I'll be able to live with myself on earth. O Ganesh ji, most of the times I have lost myself in the world of Maya, with my senses just loosened to the objects of this world. But today, Ganesh ji, please allow me to come closer to you. Allow me to change my life. Allow me to get that sense of belonging, Ganesh ji. You are the embodiment of knowledge, but you are the very divinity of consciousness behind every object of this world. And as he is standing before you, you offer him arti, you're offering him flowers and mala, you're offering him his laddu, his favorite delicacy. You're offering him, most of all, that self of yours that belongs to him, the super consciousness. My dear friends, take a couple seconds to speak to the Lord in your way. Whatever you would like to say to him, this is your moment. Bachit Karuna, please converse with the Lord. Now, feel your divine, your inner self is merging at the feet of Sri Ganesh Ji. Feel different this morning. Feel as though you're dissolving in his divinity. Dissolve means to dissolve the ego, to dissolve the things you do not like about yourself. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. May your life be blessed. May you feel very special this morning, and may you connect with the divine now and for all times. Jai Shri Ganeshaya. Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai. You know, in yajnas, we must not only speak about God, but we must feel God. See? We hear about him, but we must feel him. And only when you feel him, that bhavana, that feelings of love has taken root in your life. Many of us, we pray to God, but we do not feel and experience God. You know why we use the durva grass? And the word in Trinidad, we say du grass. If you ask for that in India, they will not know what you're talking about. The word is durva, or bilva, bilva. Add the V in it if you go to India, right? And when you offer that strand of grass, durva grass, you're telling him, Ganesh Ji, just as that root is so strong when it is planted on earth, may my heart be implanted in your faith, and my faith be implanted in you, so I will continue to grow and grow and grow. You know, I'm not so sure if you have ever planted durva grass. You know what happens there? It doesn't want to stop growing. Once you plant that durva grass, it keeps growing and growing and growing, and it doesn't want to stop growing. When you offer the durva grass to Ganesh Ji, may you plant your heart in that faith, and may you never stop growing. You know, there's some people, they will change today and tomorrow they go back the old way. They're going back to the same old self. No, Ganapati Ji wants you to change forever. And I think probably that's the difference between Western knowledge, Western enlightenment, and Hindu enlightenment. Why? Western motivation gives you, wow, I'm pumped right now, I feel like Hulk. And when you go home, you've gone back like a blown off balloon. But spiritual wisdom and spiritual Hindu information give you that pump that will last for a long time. That's the difference between Western information and motivation, and the difference between Hindu motivation from the scriptures, because it comes from the heart. My dear friends, when you come and you feel the blessings of the Lord, please don't go back to your old self. Let us have that wisdom to grow now and always. Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai. I know I have a little limited time here. Time is God, and I like to respect time. But I would just like to share a little story with you. And I'm sure these little stories, the children will be able to tell someone. Because stories, they have a way in reaching out much more effectively than philosophy. I can sit here and speak philosophy, but for some strange reason, we all will accept it. But when you come down to the everyday life, I think it touches the life more. Bhagwan Ganesh ji, we all know, he's called Buddhi Pradayak. He is the god of intelligence. And children, Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. You're going to the conference, Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. You have to speak and you're scared, Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. You have to sing and you're scared, Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. You have to go to the immigration, plenty Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. You're driving in the traffic, Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. And my daughter, she was always amused by this. You know, when you go to Price Mart, and you cannot get a park, and you know, you're circling, especially at Christmas time, and you're just getting really fed up. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Then you see a little car coming out. My daughter says, Dad, that always works. I think that word is the god of parking. Because whenever you can't get a park and you chant this thing, it really happens. You know? I was telling the devotees recently, Panditji, on Friday, I went to Canada. I lose my iPad with 2 years work in it. And the thing is, what was sad, it was not backed up in clouds. So I lose 90% of my work. Anyway, I got a bigger one. You know, obstacles. When I came here, all the systems shut down in Trinidad, most of it. I had to spend like 2 hours inside of immigration, more obstacles. I said, really, this is Ganesh Utsav, no? He can remove obstacles, but he can also put obstacles. When I had the vehicle of my father-in-law, of course, he doesn't use it. I shut down in San Fernando, right? Not too far from here. More obstacles. And sometimes you go places, the mic stopped working, the internet stopped working. Then you pull back, Ganesh ji, I love you, Lord. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Well, I tried that many times with the vehicle, but it didn't start. It didn't move. Sometimes every setback is a better comeback. Every setback could be something better. Probably that was not the time for me to be on the road. You have to think like that. Right? That iPad is lost because Bhagwan says, hey, Pandit Munilal, you need fresh information. Don't depend on that thing. Don't look at me and read. Read from your heart. It's people who have this iPad system and they go weekly to read, they tend to read the same thing. But when you speak from your heart, every moment is different. Every sitting is different. This is when you have Kripa, Guru Kripa. But when you have iPad Kripa, then you have to stick what that says. And I found many different places people repeat constantly because they stick to this. If you just pull back from the technology, these things are great, but you have to pull back to your essential self, where all the knowledge is stored here. You think Tulsidas ji went to university? No, but he had more words than Shakespeare. Valmiki Maharaj did not go to a school, but yet he was, oh, Pandit Munilal, Mommy said Tulsidas didn't go to school. So you know what? I'm not going to school today. I didn't say that. I'm saying find yourself, and yourself is going to find you. Everything you're looking for is going to come. Khalil Gibran said, become a flower, and the bees will come for themselves. Find yourself, and everything you're searching for will come. But if you're fighting with everybody, you always have an issue. You always have a problem. You could never find yourself. You could never find your Atma. Because the senses, as I said, Indriyanam is being wrapped with this power of this wind, taking you in the outside only. Never get a chance to go inside and find that real spirit to take you to God. And that's the reason why I will end how I started. The verse told us this evening, the rat, the mouse, represents ahamkar, ego. I'm going to ask you questions from now. Please listen carefully, everyone. The Atma represents Lord Ganesh, consciousness. The mouse represents ego. Ego seeks to serve the self, but the soul seeks to serve others. The ego seeks outward recognition, but the Atma seeks inner tranquility. The ego seeks competition, but the soul seeks the gift of who you are. The ego seeks to preserve the material things, but the Atma is always ready to perceive God. The ego looks on the outside, but the self looks in the inside. The ego feels lacking, and that's my favorite point. Your ego will always make you feel you're lacking of something. And many, many children who call me, they will always call me, Panditji, I feel I'm lacking. I compare myself to my friends and I'm lacking. I see my friends happy in Facebook. But anyway, don't take that seriously. People only take out pictures and smile. And after that, each smile. They don't smile after. Ego feels lacking, but the self feels complete and abundance. The ego is mortal, but your soul is, Atma is immortal. The ego is drawn to lust, greed and hatred. The Atma is drawn into love. The ego seeks knowledge, but the Atma seeks pure Gyan, wisdom, Upadesh. The ego is the cause for pains, but the soul is the cause for healing. The ego rejects, but the soul embraces. The ego is about me, my, and I, but the soul is about union, and togetherness, and love. That's the difference between the mouse and Ganeshji. The mouse is ego, but Ganeshji is super consciousness. The mouse with Ganeshji looks at the laddu, karma phala. If you want good karma phala, the fruits of life, keep searching and looking to the Ganeshji of consciousness inside, and you will see everything is just going to be fine. My dear friends, I'm just here to remind you what you have already know. You think what I'm saying you don't know? Every soul have this knowledge. It's just to reawake that Gyan from our gurus. I'm just here to remind you what you already know. Thank you so much for coming. Your presence really is a present to our dear Lord. I'd just like to end with the story I promised you. I don't forget, huh? The mother had a son. So he, when we feel in our room we have Jambi, spirit, he always feel like he's hearing something under the bed. So he went to many psychologists and he went to many doctors and spent thousands of dollars seeking help. He cannot sleep because he is hearing something under the bed. So he had this doctor, and after some time, this boy spoke to his grandmother. And after speaking to the grandmother, he stopped going to the doctor. So the doctor met him after 2 years and said, "Hey, what happened? I mean, I'm happy that you get help. You never came back to me. I'm so happy you get help." The boy said, "No, I never got help from you. My grandmother helped me by her wisdom." So the doctor asked, "What did your grandmother say?" And he said, "My grandmother said, if I'm scared of any kind of negativities under the bed, cut the 4 posts. Cut the 4 posts from the bed. Let the bed be straight in the ground. You have nothing to worry about under the bed." That is what we call super wisdom. And these natural wisdom from our Ajis and Ajas, they're really amazing, The boy came after studying from London 5 years. He came to Trinidad and they asked him to open the milk. So he put a hole, but the milk can't come out, and the boy is struggling. The mother said, "Hey, how much holes you place in that?" He said, "1. He said, "You crazy little boy. You have to put a next one for the air so the milk can come out." That is what we call wisdom, natural wisdom. And our forefathers had that natural wisdom, my dear friends. Today, we have to learn about it in books, but they had it naturally. May Ganesh ji bless you during this time. Om Gam Ganapate Namah. You can offer your havan, your durva grass, your yellow flowers, your hardi, your laddu, and offer your devotion until the full moon. This festival goes until the Purnima, and fill your heart with Ganesh ji, and you will see, for those of you who are accustomed having struggles in your jobs, your relationship, financially, you'll start seeing a difference in your life. Not totally, but a little bit. And you will see how your life is going to blossom. It starts with a seed of control. It starts with a seed of pulling back. Ye beej hai. This is the seed of pulling back, the rope, controlling your senses that I started with Ganesh ji. Nice being here, my dear friends. I'd like to sing this bhajan and dedicate this bhajan to Panditji, his family, and all of you who have come. Lord's blessings, and as I always try to affiliate Krishna ji in every aspect of my reading, because he is the super being. And I just want to tell you this because it's something that I really hear, what I came across. One day, Ganesh, Lord Shiva, was in meditation, and he began to smile. So Ma Parvati asked Lord Shiva, why are you smiling? So Lord Shiva turned to her and he told her, he said, today I'm not thinking of Ramji, I'm thinking about a subtle divine energy that makes me so in this euphoria, in this ecstatic state. So she's asking, what is this energy? What is this principle of subtle energy? He says, I cannot explain that to you. But since you ask me, one day very soon, that energy is going to materialize as a super principle of a human being, and you will see what I'm talking about. And she didn't understand. And when Ganesh ji came into her life, then he told Parvati, you know, once you asked me about consciousness and energy and subtle energy, I have formulated and materialized that energy by my Purusha grace to you, Prakriti. It is Ganesh ji Maharaj. Ganesh ji was mentioned in the Vedas before he came into existence. I would like to state this. Ganesh ji's principle was mentioned in the Vedas before he came into existence. All the seers knew Ganesh ji, who he was before he came. Such, he is the principle of consciousness. He is behind my speech. Bhagwan Ganapati is behind my action. He is the knowledge behind my wisdom. He's the wisdom behind my knowledge. He is my voice behind the bhajan. He is the very principle of all the energy behind all the material things we do. Such is the importance of Ganapati, Ganesh ji. But first, my dear friends, we pray to Shri Krishna ji as I have come to the end of my service this morning. Thank you so much. Can you sing with me this morning? And let us try to start this week, not weak, but with a strong intention of love and divinity. Please enjoy. I know there are many of you, and for some strange reason, I know this is some of the songs you will request for me, so this is for you. Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayan Hari Om, Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda,
Hari Narayan Hari Om,
Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayan Hari Om,
Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayan Hari Om,
Hari Keshav Hari Govinda, Hari Narayan Hari Om,
Hari Keshav Hari Govinda, Hari Narayan Hari Om,
Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayan Hari Om.
Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda, Hari Narayan Hari Om,
बनमाली मुरली धारी गोवर्धन गिरिवर धारी नित नित कर्मा कर चोरी गोपी मनहारी हे आओ रे
आओ रे कान्हा रे गोकुल के प्यारे
हे आओ रे नाचो रे रास रचाओ रे
आओ रे नाचो रे रास रचाओ
आओ रे नाचो रे रास रचाओ रे
आओ रे नाचो रे रास रचाओ
Let us all come together. Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda Hari Narayana Hari Om Hari Sundar Nanda Mukunda Hari Narayana Hari Om Hari Narayana Hari Om Hari Narayana Hari Om Hari Narayana Hari Om Hari Narayana Hari Om. As you close your eyes, open your hands, everyone, like this, and receive the energy of Ganesh Baba. And this is called the Reiki. Reiki means where you accept the energy of the universe and feel He is giving you the karma pala, the laddu that is so sweet. If you go to a pipe with closed hands, you cannot receive the water. But if you go with open arms and palms, you'll be able to accept the water. Receive the karma pala, receive the energy, and may your heart be blessed. May your physical body be blessed, O Lord, in case there may be any internal setbacks. May all the organs be blessed with this energy. Prabhu, my mind, our minds, may it be blessed with positive thoughts. Prabhu, may our intellect be blessed with Vigyan, Riddhi, Siddhi, Buddhi. May our intellect be blessed now and for all times. May our presence this morning make a difference in our journey towards our real goal in life. Om Gam Ganeshaya Namo Namaha. Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai. Thank you so much, my dear friends, this evening, today. Actually, we have Pandit Randirji. We would like to ask him to give his blessings. And then, of course, we have Pandit Rudraji. He will take us up from there.
प्रेम से बोलो गजानन स्वामी की जय. Jai Sitaram. He started with a verse from the Gita that explains the relationship with Lord Ganesh. And one of the things that still puzzles many people, and they ask the question, if Lord Shiva is this very potent and this all-knowing, omniscient God, how come he didn't know Ganesha was his son? And then, even if Ganesha didn't recognize him, why did he exercise this human emotion of anger? And there's a verse that perhaps deals even just as well with that, and it's chapter 14, I think, verse 4. And Bhagavan Krishna was telling Arjuna, Sarvayo neshu kaunteya murtaya sambhavantiyaha tasam brahma mahat yonir aham bija pradapitaha. We are accustomed with, in normal biology, life comes from the combination of the seed and the egg and whatever. He says, all beings, all the beings in the creation, all the forms that emerge, know that Prakriti, nature, is the womb, and I am the seed-giving father. But that is not, we don't have a murti of the original Ganesha, the boy that was created. That was a creation of Prakriti alone. Purusha had no role in that. So, in order to elevate Ganesha to this Pratama Puja Deva, to this all-wise path maker, this intelligence principle, that head, which was created by the mother alone, by Prakriti, had to be removed. And it is only when the elephant's head was placed and Lord Shiva, representing that ultimate Purusha, breathed consciousness into it, the same way we would make the murti and then have the pratishtha done. When that consciousness was breathed into him, he became this all-powerful, all-knowing deity. So all the other stories that go with it. It is simple that the original creation was incomplete and it was against the universal law. Bring it down. You build a house. You have a plan. Plan is drawn. And if when you construct that, and the plan is usually drawn knowing the rules and regulations of the authority. If when you build a house, you violate those plans, more likely than not, they'll ask you to break it down, remove the wall, or do something like that. That was always done. It was demolished and reconstructed. Prem se bolo Gajananand Swami ki jai. We thank Lord Ganesh for having brought us here safely. May he also return you to your homes safely and more enlightened. Thank you very much. Jai Sitaram all.
Thank you very much, firstly, Pandit Munilal, for those wonderful, wonderful bhajan, kirtan, and most importantly, the lessons taken from Bhagavad Gita and on the occasion of Ganesh Utsav. And also to Pandit Randir Maharaj for those wonderful words of inspiration and explanation as well of sometimes those questions that we have troubling our mind. Devotees, brothers and sisters, for the next 15 minutes we shall have bhajan, and I'll invite you to come forward in a very orderly manner, very quick fashion, and perform your arati to the murtis before you, and you can offer your hospitality to Panditjis as well. So I hand over to members of the group for the next couple of minutes, and I invite you to come forward now immediately. Going forward to the murtis, you can perform your arati to Panditji as well as you perform your arati to the murtis and so on. Thereafter we will have, I'm getting some instructions that I'm not quite. Panditji, we're having a request whether you would be gracious enough to lead us in a couple bhajans as well while arati is taking place.
Thank you.
So devotees, please come forward now.
Mm-hmm. Garba. Ganeshaya Namah. O Ganenatha Hare Ganenatha, O Ganenatha Hare Ganenatha, O Ganenatha Hare Ganenatha.
Ganenatha Hare Ganenatha.
Gauri Sutta, Gauri Sutta, Gauri Sutta Nandan. Gauri Ganesha, Gauri Ganesha, Ganenatha Hare Ganenatha.
Ganenatha Hare Ganenatha.
Girija Sutta Gaur Ganapati Deva, Girija Sutta Gauri Ganapati Deva. Jai Ganesh Shri Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Jai Ganesh Shri Ganesh. Ganenatha Hare Ganenatha, O Ganenatha Hare Ganenatha, Ganenatha Hare Ganenatha, Natha Hare Ganenatha, Natha Hare Ganenatha, Ganenatha Hare Ganenatha,
Ganenatha Hare Ganenatha.
गिरिजा सुत गौरी गणपति देवा गिरिजा सुत गौरी गणपति देवा जय गणेश श्री गणेश देवा
जय गणेश श्री गणेश देवा
जय गणेश श्री गणेश जय गणेश देवा
जय गणेश श्री गणेश जय गणेश देवा
ओ गणनाथ हरे गणनाथा नाथा हरे ओ गणनाथा हरे गणनाथा हे नाथा हरे गणनाथा हे नाथा हरे गणनाथा ओ गणनाथा 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 हरे गणनाथा नाथा नाथा गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति नमः
गम गम गणपति
गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति नमः गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति गम गम पति नमः गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति नमः गम गम गणपति नमः ओम गम गम गणपति नमः गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति गम गम पति नमः गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति ओ गम गम गणपति नमः ओम गम गम गणपति नमः गम गम
गणपति नमः गम गम गणपति नमः
ओम गम गम गणपति नमः ओम गम गम गणपति नमः
गम गम गणपति नमः गम गम गणपति नमः
ओम गम गम गणपति नमः गम गम गणपति everyone गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति नमः
गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति नमः
ओम गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति गम गम गणपति नमः Let us clap together. Gam gam ganapati gam gam ganapati gam gam ganapati namaha. Oh, gam gam ganapati. Oh, na. Dhin ta na 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 dhin dhin ta na 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 dhin dhin ta na na dhin dhin ta na na dhin dhin ta na na na. Gam gam ganapati gam gam ganapati गम गम गणपते नमः ओम बोलो गणेश भगवान की जय. I'd like to thank my Shishya Amralji for making the connection always to Panditji and the new extension to be. Oh dear sister, thank you so much for coming, and your dad, wherever he is, we ask. May he be blessed, and all of you, may your homes be blessed, may your life be blessed, and may your children be blessed, and most of all, Prabhu, Adi Daivik, Adi Bautik, and Adi Atmik. May you release the external negativities, the internal negativities, and the activities of the world that may be not favorable. Ganesh ji, remove please the problems of the world. Remove the problems of our society. And Adhyatmic, remove the problems from the Atma. Bolo Ganesh Bhagwan ki jai. I'd like to listen to also the group on stage. Thank you.
मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे 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 हे गणनायक सिद्धि विनायक गणपति बापा मोरया बुद्धि विनायक सिद्धि विनायक गणपति बापा मोरया बुद्धि प्रदायक बन्नो सहायक गणपति बापा मोरया बुद्धि प्रदायक बन्नो सहायक गणपति बापा मोरया बापा मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे प्रथम देव सब तुमको माने प्रथम है आरती तेरी प्रथम देव सब तुमको माने प्रथम है आरती तेरी प्रथम करे जगवंदन तेरा प्रथम है पूजा तेरी प्रथम करे जगवंदन तेरा प्रथम है पूजा तेरी रिद्धि सिद्धिदायक विघ्न विनाशक गणपति बापा मोरया रिद्धि सिद्धिदायक विघ्न विनाशक गणपति बापा मोरया बुद्धि प्रदायक बन्नो सहायक गणपति बापा मोरया बुद्धि प्रदायक बन्नो सहायक गणपति बापा मोरया बापा मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे शिव और पार्वती के नंदन हे दुख भंजन देवा शिव और पार्वती के नंदन हे दुख भंजन देवा मोदक खा सब भोग लगाए मिसड़ी से फल मेवा मोदक खा सब भोग लगाए मिसड़ी से फल मेवा एक दंत तुम दयावंत हो गणपति बापा मोरया एक दंत तुम दयावंत हो गणपति बापा मोरया बापा मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे वीर रसे खत प्रथम देवता मंगलमय सुखकारी वीर रसे का प्रथम देवता मंगलमय सुखकारी तिलक सिंधु अति मुकुट सुशोभित मूषक तीरह सवारी तिलक सिंधु अति मुकुट सुशोभित मूषक तीरह सवारी उमा पुत्र गणराज विनायक गणपति बापा मोरया उमा पुत्र गणराज विनायक गणपति बापा मोरया बापा मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे हे गणनायक सिद्धि विनायक गणपति बापा मोरया बुद्धि प्रदायक बन्नो सहायक गणपति बापा मोरया बापा मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे मोरया रे बापा मोरया रे
We'll have one more bhajan before we conclude with final arti.
लंबोदर गजानना विघ्ननाशक गजानना लंबोदर गजानना विघ्ननाशक गजानना लंबोदर गजानना विघ्ननाशक गजानना विघ्ननाशक गजानना भक्तरक्षक गजानना गजानना हे गजानना गजानना हे गजानना गजानना हे गजानना गजानना हे गजानना लंबोदर गजानना विघ्ननाशक गजानना लंबोदर गजानना विघ्ननाशक गजानना शिव गौरी स्नेहपत्रं वक्रतुण्ड गजानना शिव गौरी स्नेहपत्रं वक्रतुण्ड गजानना वक्रतुण्ड गजानना सर्वेश्वर विघ्नेश्वर पद्मपावन गजानना सर्वेश्वर विघ्नेश्वर पद्मपावन गजानना लंबोदर गजानना विघ्ननाशक गजानना लंबोदर गजानना विघ्ननाशक गजानना प्रथमेश्वर बुद्धिदाता भक्तपालक गजानना प्रथमेश्वर बुद्धिदाता भक्तपालक गजानना भक्तपालक गजानना परम शोभन दुष्टहंता संतरक्षक गजानना परम शोभन दुष्टहंता संतरक्षक गजानना लंबोदर गजानना विघ्ननाशक गजानना लंबोदर गजानना विघ्ननाशक गजानना दुःखनाशक गजानना भक्तरक्षक गजानना दुःखनाशक गजानना भक्तरक्षक गजानना भक्तरक्षक गजानना भक्तरक्षक गजानना
Jai. Sabko Jai Sitaram once more. Let me extend again a very cordial welcome to each and everyone this morning. Those of you who are with us for the first time, those of you who are with us after some period of absence, we look forward to seeing you with us each and every Sunday, as we said, from 8:30 to 10 a.m. when we have our regular Sunday morning services. This morning, on behalf of all of us, I want to extend our profound thanks and gratitude to Panditji for joining and leading with us in satsang this morning. Panditji, it is indeed a pleasure, it's an honor to have you with us. And we miss your Dulhinji, who is normally, I think I should move, yes, I'm being told I'm in the wrong place. Your Dulhinji, who is normally with us as well, so please extend our greetings and our love. And your words and your inspiration is indeed profound and resonates with us as we go through. So we will be indeed allowing ourselves to be pulled back to Bhagwan, pulled back to that super consciousness from time to time. May Bhagwan continue to bless you in all of your good and noble actions and provide you with all of the protection and inspiration that you require. Pandit Randir Ji, yes, please give him a round of applause. Pandit Randir Ji, thank you so much for again taking the time and joining with us this morning. And we look forward to having you with us on other occasions as well to deliver those inspirational gems. This morning, very few announcements, but I just want to remind us all, those of you who wish to sit for puja, you can see Mrs. Rama Umrao after service, whether on a Sunday morning you want to perform Havan or puja, you can see her and we'll make the necessary arrangements. You're reminded that the Ram Leela practices are on as we prepare for Ram Leela. Those of you, and especially the young ones who have not yet joined, there is practice again this evening, I believe, from 4 o'clock, right down at the Robbins Recreation Ground on Knox Street. Many of the young children have joined already, but if you haven't yet and you're interested in joining, please attend the practice this evening as they prepare for the Ram Leela portrayal in October. You're also reminded as well, our great supporters of the Mandir, Sri Rana Mohip and Sri Susan Mohip, they are having their annual student concert, and it will be a grand affair that will be taking place right at Sapa, and that's on September 21st and 22nd. On September 21st, that's the Saturday, it will be at 7 p.m. On September 22nd, which is the Sunday, it will be from 3 p.m. If you would like to have tickets, please see Neela after the service. She has tickets available. Many of our children are performing, and there are other guest artists such as Nival Chetlal and other persons who would be there. So it promises to be a very grand affair. If you're interested, they always support us at the Mandir, and I think reciprocity, we should support them as well whenever they're having their concerts and so on. As you're well aware, our main announcement focuses on our Ganesh Utsav celebration, and our evening satsang and pujas continues this evening. It commenced yesterday evening, and pujas, that is. Pran Pratishtha was performed on Friday, and this evening from 6 p.m., tomorrow again from 6 p.m., and then from Tuesday, we begin our 5 nights yajna, starting on Tuesday, and you're all invited to be here from 6 p.m. The Vyas for each night will be here from 6:30, so please be here before them. And we will go through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night will be our last night of the yajna. Sunday morning, because of practical purposes, we will be performing the Visarjan ceremony. Please note the change of time. We ask you to come here for 6:30. Puja will begin at 6 a.m. And then you can make your final offerings to Charawe and so on at 6:30. And we hope to leave the Mandir by 7:30 for the latest, so that we could get down to Flat Rock, that area there, by about 7:30 to 8. After we've finished and after we've completed the Visarjan with the immersion of the Murti and so on, we will be inviting you back here at the Mandir for around 10 a.m. We should be completed by then, and to join with us for brunch at that time before you leave and go back home. It gives us the opportunity to come together as brothers and sisters, to renew those bonds, to remind ourselves of that power of Ganesh Bhagwan. So please share this information with your friends and family members as we engage in Ganesh Utsav. Those of you who would want to make any donations, any contributions towards the yajna, please see Mr. Gangadin Sinanan or any member of the management team. And finally, children of the Balvihar class, we are starting the new term, and registration takes place today right after service. So we invite all parents or guardians with your children to stay to the front here. Our teacher, Shivma Maharaj, will be facilitating the registration process, so you can see her right after service. Classes with the Balvihar will begin on September 22nd, because obviously next week is the Visarjan ceremony, and therefore the classes will begin on the 22nd of September. If you know of any children who are not here this morning, they can also register subsequent to today if needed. That concludes our announcements this morning. I invite our group to lead us in final arti, and Banerjee, if you will do our closing prayer after. Thank you very much. Please stand for final arti.
ॐ एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा,
माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
एकदंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी,
एकदंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी,
एकदंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी।
एकदंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी।
माते पर सिंधु सोहे मुस्की सवारे, माते पर सिंधु सोहे मुस्की
सवारी।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
अंधन को आंख देत कोई हमको काया,
अंधन को आँख देख कोरियन को काया,
अंधन को आंख देत कोई हमको काया।
अंधन को आँख देख कोरियन को काया।
हे भाजन के पुत्र देते निर्धन को माया, भाजन के पुत्र देते।
निर्धन को माया।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा,
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा।
लधुवन को भोग लगे संत कर सेवा, लधुवन को भोग लगे
संत करे सेवा।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जानकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा।
हे मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे,
मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे।
हे मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे,
मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे।
मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे,
मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे।
हे मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे।
मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे।
हाँ मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे, मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया रे, मोरिया रे बापा मोरिया Papa Moria, Moria, Papa Moria. My friends, let us all clasp our hands and close our eyes. Shubhamastu Kalyana Sharvaya. Prabhu, this is our time. Please allow this connection to remain and pull us back to our faith. Prabhu, continue to bless this country and allow all your children of every religion to be safe. Please allow us to get meaning in our lives. And this is a personal appeal, my friends. Do not lose yourself. Find yourself. Can you repeat this in your mind this morning? I am not going to lose myself. I am going to find myself. I am not going to lose myself. I am going to find myself. Let us all clasp our hands as we bow our heads. Prabhu, we love you dearly. Please take care of us, now and always. Om Lavastesham Jayastesham Kutastesham Parajaya Isham Inde Varsham Hridestu Bhagavan Tano Hari Om Shiva Hare Shiva Ram Sake Prabhu Prividita Panivaran Evu Ajajaneshwar Yadav Pahimam Shiva Hare Vijayam Kurumevalam Kamalalochana Ram Dayanidhi Hare Guru Gajarakshak Gopate Shivatano Bhava Shankar Pahimam Shiva Hare Ganesh Hare Shiva Ram Sake Prabhu. May there be peace in every realm, in every form, in every aspect of life. Together. Om Dhyau Shanti Antarikshagam Shanti Prithvi Shanti Tapa Shanti Aushadaya Shanti Vanaspatir Shantir Vishwadeva Shantir Brahma Shanti Sarvagam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Redisu Shanti Bhavatu. Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garudadraja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalaye Tanu Hari. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha Om Gam Ganapate Namaha Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Together, this is our relationship. Who we are to the Lord, it is described in this final mantra. All together. Om Tvameva Mata Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhuscha Sika Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Ravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Tvam, you. Tvam Deva Deva Mama Deva. You're everything, Mama Deva Deva. You're everything to me, O Prabhu. You're everything to me. Let us all join together in Jai Jaikar. Bolo Shri Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai. Umapati Mahadev ki Jai. Bolo Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Jai. Now Durga Mata ki Jai. As we raise our hands, my dear friends, in victory to our great tradition of ours. Ganapati Bappa! Ganapati Bappa! Ganapati Bappa! Bolo Sat Sanatan Dharma ki! As we touch Mother Earth and give Prithvi, Dharti, Prakriti reverence. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Jai Sadguru Nath Maharaj ki Jai. Take your seats, everyone. Thank you so much. This evening I will be at the Arangwes under the peepal tree. If you may have time and you would like to come there, it's your choice. It's nice to be around. And of course, the program of Atmavani. Yesterday was supposed to be my last program, but of course, my heart is very soft, so I'm going to continue the program for probably a year more. And then, of course, I have done my part in Sanatan Dharma here in Trinidad. We have so many pundits now. And of course, I'm not old, eh? I'm just telling you that I have done my part in this country, and, you know, everything moves on. There's always changes in life. And the greatest thing in life is to accept change. The greatest thing in life is to accept changes that you're confronted around. God blessings, my dear friends. May Ganesh ji bless you and all of you who have come this morning. Jai Sitaram and Namaste, Hari Om. That's it. Bishi, thank you so much for coming. And Sheetal for coming and playing the dholak. And when the Basuri started, I honestly thought it was a recording because you played so amazing. And I did not know it was a live player. And you're doing extremely well. I did not know you had that capability. You're such a talented, and of course, all our members here. Thank you so much. Please continue to support this beautiful mandir here in Todd Street, Krishna Mandir. Thank you so much, everyone. And Jai Shri Krishna.